Yeah, this album is dedicated to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from that called the police on me when I was just trying to make some money to feed my daughter.
Yeah.
And to all my peoples in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby.
Check it.
It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Hanging pictures on my wall. Every Saturday, rap attack Mr.
Hey there, welcome to the locker room. Coach Arias here. Today's message is fall in love with the process. So one of my favorite posters with the quote on it out right now is by Muhammad Ali, one of the best, arguably the best boxer ever, definitely up there with one of the greats. And this quote says, "I hated every minute of training, but I said don't quit, suffer now, and live the rest of your life as a champion." Let's think about this for a minute. So we got the greatest, one of the greatest boxers ever, saying that he hated every minute of training. He didn't say I hated just 2 days of training. He said I hated every minute of training. But I said don't quit. That means if he said that he said don't quit, that means in his head he must have been thinking at times to quit. He must have been pushing so hard that he was thinking about quitting. So if the best boxer, one of the greatest of all time, said don't quit, he had to tell himself not to quit. What conversations do you and I have in our head? There's going to be moments in our life where we hate every minute of training. There's going to be moments in our life that we got to tell ourselves not to quit. And the last part of this quote says to suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion. That's what Muhammad Ali said. That's exactly what he did. There's going to be times during the process where you're going to feel like you're suffering. But that's part of the process. Fall in love with it. Suffer now. Do it the right way. Do the system. Follow the process. And live the rest of your life like a champion. We got to fall in love with the process, not just the prize. We can't just fall in love with what we want in the outcome. The process is what gets us there. It's who you become on the way there. So I've heard Super Bowl stories after people won the Super Bowl. They didn't quite feel like there was nothing special to it. They enjoyed the moment, but there was nothing there, nothing in their heart. Because there ain't nothing there. When you win the Super Bowl, it's about that moment in time. It's about being a champion for forever. It's about that moment in history that no one can ever take away from you. But more important than the Super Bowl is who you become on the way to the Super Bowl. Battling through injuries, losing some of your best players, having downtimes, coming from behind and winning things in the end. That stuff is key. I was doing some things and I bumped into a story about how a jiu-jitsu instructor had a guy walk into his gym and he said, "How long before I can get a black belt?" And he took his belt off and threw it to the student and said, "Here you go, here's your belt. Here's your black belt, you're a black belt." Having a belt that's black doesn't make you a black belt. It's not about how fast you get the black belt. It's about the process and who you become, the obstacles you overcome during that journey that makes you a black belt. Not the color of the belt, not the title, but the person who you become on your way to getting it. So that's my message today. That's what I'm trying to zone in on. So many folks get down when they're going through the process. They want to be a black belt. They want to win a title. They want that promotion. They want to get to the end ASAP. And they get so discouraged in the process. But they got to have the mentality like Muhammad Ali that you're going to hate parts of the training. You're going to have to tell yourself not to quit. You're going to have times where you suffer, but when you suffer and you do it right, you embrace the process, you too are going to live a life of a champion. You're going to live the life of your dreams, but you have to put in and embrace and fall in love with the process, not just the prize. Follow some of these tips. We'll be on our way to living our very best life. Thanks for joining me this weekend in the locker room. Looking forward to seeing you all next week.